So, you already own a property in Montreal, you've been thinking about upgrading, maybe you just want more space, a better area for your kids, or finally getting that backyard you've been dreaming of. But there's one big question that keeps coming back. Should you sell your current home, or should you keep it and turn it into a rental? Or maybe you're even wondering if you can buy first, then figure it out. I get this question all the time, and I've done all three paths personally and professionally with my clients. In this video, I'll break down how I make this decision, how we model it with our clients, and how you can figure out the best path for your situation. Look, this isn't a simple move. A move up isn't just about buying something new. It's two real estate transactions at once. And most people don't realize that until it's too late. You're not just buying, you're either selling first, buying first, or keeping your current property as a rental. And every one of those options comes with its own risks, timing, and financial consequences. This is where people either build real wealth or make a very expensive mistake. My name is Aguinaga. I'm a real estate broker and investor based right here in Montreal. I've been doing this for over 17 years, and I've helped hundreds of families and investors buy, sell, upgrade, and build real estate portfolios across this city. I grew up here. I know these neighborhoods inside and out. I've been through different markets, different cycles, and I've made a lot of these decisions myself, not just for my clients, but in my own life. I've got a family, I've got kids, and I understand the emotional side of these moves just as much as the financial side. And my job is to help you make the kind of move that sets you up, not just for your next year, but for the next decade. Now, let's get into it. Let's start with the safest and most traditional route. Selling your current home first and then buying your next one. When you sell first, you know exactly how much equity you're working with. There's no guessing, your financing is cleaner, there's no bridge loan or second mortgage stress, and most importantly, you're in control of your timeline. You can take that number to your mortgage broker, lock in your next purchase with confidence, and move forward. But there's a trade-off. You could end up with nowhere to go. That's the reality. If your ideal home doesn't come on the market in time, or if you get outbid a few times, you might be stuck in temporary housing or feel pressure to sell for a property that isn't the right fit for you. This is the path I recommend when the market is slower or when your financial situation doesn't allow for risk. It's also great when your home is in high demand area and you know it'll sell quickly because then you can time it more confidently or ask for better terms on the timing. Now, let's talk about the more aggressive strategy, buying first and selling after. This approach works well when the market is competitive and properties are moving fast. If you find your dream home and don't want to risk losing it, buying first allows you to lock it in before it disappears. You can also stage and sell your current home while already moved out, which usually helps get a better price. But make no mistake, this option comes with serious financial pressure. You're carrying two mortgages, two sets of expenses, and you need to have a solid equity buffer already in place. This is not for everyone. You need to be extremely clear on your cash flow, your debt ratios, and your selling strategy. If your current home is in a hot neighborhood like the Sud-Ouest, the Plateau, or Villeray, and you're pretty confident that it'll sell fast, this could work. But if there's even a slight chance that your property sits for too long, you need to be ready for that pressure. And then we have the next option. Let's talk about the move that turns people into long-term real estate investors, keeping your current property and turning it into a rental. This is the wealth builder's path. Instead of selling, you hold on to the property, rent it out, and buy your next one using a new mortgage or by refinancing your existing one. Done right, this strategy builds equity in two places at once: your new home and your rental. You get cash flow, long-term appreciation, and you stay in the game. But this is where people get into trouble if they don't plan properly. First, you need to understand the numbers. What's the rental market like in your area? Can your current property cash flow after expenses, or will it be a drain? Are you ready to be a landlord? Do you have the down payment needed for your next property without selling this one? I've seen people hold on to their first property because it feels emotionally safe, but financially, it ends up costing them more than it's worth. If you've built up enough equity and the numbers make sense, go for it. But don't make this decision based on what sounds cool. Make it based on real numbers. Here is where having the proper team makes all the difference. Working with somebody that can break this down for you and help you understand all the risks and opportunities makes a big difference. Okay, so how do you know which path is right for you? Here's the test I use with all my clients and with my own properties. Number one, the liquidity risk. If everything goes wrong, if your second property takes longer to close or your first home doesn't sell, can you carry both properties for at least 6 months without destroying your finances or your sleep? Number 2, financing risk. Have you already spoken to your broker or banker? Do you actually qualify for bridge financing or an investment mortgage? Don't assume, get that verified up front. Number 3, emotional risk. Some people say they're fine with pressure, but when it actually hits, they panic. Are you the type of person who can handle temporary uncertainty, or do you need stability to make smart decisions? If 2 or more of those risks feel too high, then sell first. There's no shame in playing it safe. But if your finances are strong and you've got the mindset for it, buying first or keeping the property can be an excellent move. Every situation is different. A young couple with kids upsizing an NDG has a very different set of options than an investor moving from a duplex in Rosemo to a triplex in Verdun. The point is you need to model it out. This is what we do in our consultations. We don't just talk about ideas, we run real numbers. We look at your timeline, your financials, the current market in your area, and map out which move is the smartest for you. That's how we help our clients win. Not with hype, with strategy. Now, let's break down real numbers from actual deals that we've done in Montreal this year, where keeping the first property as a rental worked and where it didn't. One couple I worked with each had their own condos. One of them had their share of the down payment for their next purchase available in savings. The other one refinanced their current condo in order to access the funds for the down payment. They were very solid financially and could carry both the new mortgage and their current mortgages for 6 months if push came to shove. We ended up purchasing a condo in Verdun for just over $1.1 million. They moved into their new place, made a few minor improvements to their old places, and listed them for rent. Now they continue to benefit from the market appreciation while the tenants cover their carrying costs of their original condos. We also had 2 sets of clients this year that had turnkey homes in Vaudreuil. They were both looking to upgrade their homes. One couple had the luxury of qualifying for their new home without having to sell their current one. The other couple had to make their offer to purchase conditional on the sale of their current home. The first couple preferred to sell the current home in order to put a larger down payment on their new home. We knew that their home would sell quickly given the condition and location of the home. They understood the risks that come with buying before having sold their current home. To them, the risk of selling their home and being left homeless, forced into temporary housing, or settling for the wrong home was too high given that they have young children. They trusted us to execute on the sale in a timely manner. We were able to secure multiple offers on their home and time the sale just before the purchase of the new one in order to avoid bridge loan. The second couple also had a great home and we had prepared to act quickly. We had taken photos, video, and prepared the listing before we found them a home so that when we presented our conditional offer, we could show the sellers that we were serious and ready to act fast. We were also able to show the sellers how the home looked and reassure them that even though our offer was conditional to the sale, our goal was to lift the condition in 3 weeks' time, only 1 week longer than a traditional due diligence delay. This is an example of what our experienced team of brokers can do in order to make your offer stand out even when your offer is conditional. If you're thinking about making a move, buying, selling, or investing, book a call with us. It's a real consultation, not a sales pitch. You walk away with clarity and a plan, whether you work with us or not. And if you're just getting started, we've got a general buyer's and seller's guide we can share. It walks you through our process and what to expect. But honestly, your best next step is booking that call. That's where we figure it out together. There's no one-size-fits-all answer to should I keep or sell my home. But if you're strategic, if you plan it right, and if you've got the right people around you, it's a move that can change your entire financial future. So, if you're serious about making smart real estate moves, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you on the next one.